The last time I flew was in April 2019.
I haven't travelled since 26th of December 2019.
I stopped flying November 19.
I think it's been just over 2 years since I've stopped flying.
I haven't flown for 3 years.
My last flight was in May 2013.
I don't know exactly how long it is since I've flown, but I think it's about 15 years.
It's 40 years since I flew long haul. It's 10 years since a one-off lapse in my short haul record.
I had to travel for work quite a lot.
I would go to Brazil, Canada in 5 days and come back for the weekend.
I was flying a minimum of every 3 weeks.
Flying in the role I was in was definitely an expected aspect of the work.
It was a very, very integral part of my life for quite a long time.
It's everyday life that performers travel over the world for gigs.
It was a regular thing for me to fly long haul, as well as doing European flights, mainly to France, to go on snowboarding holidays.
And also because of family and friends.
It was visiting family.
One of my daughters married a Californian and moved to LA with her new baby. As her mother and grandmother, I was going often to visit her, which was really important to me. In 2019, I woke up to the fact that we are in a catastrophic climate crisis.
I suddenly was thrown into a world of knowledge, of understanding that I never really been accustomed to or had entered before.
As soon as I understood that very basic science, it completely changed my perception of flying. And so to realize that the act of seeing what I loved was destroying the very thing I was going to see. How do you come to terms with that unless you're a sociopath? I mean, you stop doing it, right?
I was averaging about 10 tons of carbon dioxide per year.
The actual decision was pretty clear cut.
I couldn't ethically validate the flights that we were doing.
Anything that we can do to minimize the damage to our planet, makes you feel good. But I just miss my daughter, I miss my grandchildren. And so it's just a huge sacrifice and it's a big pain in my life, in my heart. But at the same time, I wouldn't have it any other way. I do it for them and I do it for all the children and all the animals and all life.
I grew up doing slow travel. And so I understood from a very early age that getting to a place is often more fun than actually being in the place.
Even if it was like 100% no carbon from flights, I still would rather explore overland, having those connections, than plonking myself somewhere remotely without having that experience of the geography of the land.
It's a really nourishing thing because it really helps you keep within, enjoy moment to moment without rushing, without pressure.
I think it's the next stage of human evolution really, is to work out how we can have just as much fun but kerosene free.
I've gained a sense of peace. I feel more reassured and confident in myself with why I'm doing what I'm doing. So it's brought me a sense of belonging and like I have more of a mission here where I am.
Interrailing, I love. That's just an incredible experience. And just get on the train and go. And if you miss your train, it doesn't matter. It's just this lovely experience.
Not flying has made me just be here more often.
I'm looking at buying a camper van. That's really the most exciting thing.
The idea of being in a place like the Okavango is so overshadowed by the horror of having to get there by an airplane. It's not even I wish I could do that. It's just, right, let's start looking at other ways to do that. And then you start looking at those other ways, and they're so exciting that it doesn't diminish the desire to see the place. It augments the desire to see the place.
I think what strikes me is often there are several different reasons to do something, and you do it, and you're better off. And so I think what I really want to say is it's not a sacrifice, it's a sort of gift.